Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first video of 2018. Almost said 2017. I am now realizing that my very low cut shirt, whoa, matches my pillows perfectly. So we're gonna have a lavender kind of day. Today's video is the kickoff of my 2017 favorites videos. I have decided to split them up, so I'm going to be doing makeup and then beauty. So today's video will be all about just makeup, high-end, drugstore, random stuff, but it's all makeup. And then the next one will be beauty stuff, so skincare, body care, hair care, that kind of thing. Just because I collected all my favorites and it was going to be a long video, so I was like, you know what, we're gonna separate the two, and that way people can decide, you know, if you're just into makeup and not into skincare, there you go, you don't have to watch the other. But if you do want to watch all of them, you're gonna get a lot of videos from me, so hope that's okay. And yeah, so I'm going to shut up. We're gonna get into it because I have so much to discuss, so let's just do it. You guys, this year was the year of primers. Like, I don't know what happened, but I have 6 primers and a setting spray. So we'll start off with the first primer I normally use, and this is actually empty. You'll be seeing this in my next empties video, but this is the Urban Decay Quick Fix Hydra Charged Complexion Prep Priming Spray. I loved this. I didn't think anything was going to be able to compare to my Smashbox primer water, which I actually, when I repurchased, I bought that. I feel like I'm going to switch back and forth because I love them equally. So the idea with these is that it kind of hydrates your skin, but it also helps hold on to your makeup, and I really honestly think that these make a difference. I think at first I just bought it because I love a good face mist, and it was a little gimmicky, but I don't care because it really moisturizes and helps hold on to my makeup. So I really loved this one. It has a bit of a coconut scent, I think. It's really pleasant. I really liked it, and I will be repurchasing it. This and the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water are both $32, so they're both equal. I've never tried a drugstore prep priming spray, so let me know if you've tried one, if you like it, and maybe I can try that out. That's what I've learned from this year, is I need to try more drugstore stuff. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm just recommending all expensive Sephora products. I need to try more drugstore stuff, so that's a New Year's resolution. Wow, I'm very chatty. I haven't filmed in like 3 weeks. Then I go in with another primer. On most days, I use 3 primers, which I know is crazy. Not most days. Most days when I'm wearing makeup. I don't wear makeup every day. So, the first one is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. I love this crap so much. It smells like Pop-Tarts. To be specific, strawberry Pop-Tarts, which yes. And this is just so freaking moisturizing. And you know what? Since we're doing it, I think these two are very similar, so I'm going to mention this one as well. This is the Marc Jacobs Invisible Undercover Perfecting Coconut Primer. I think these both do the same thing. I think they're pretty much dupes for each other. I think the Marc Jacobs one is just a little bit more expensive, but not by much. So it just kind of depends on which scent you prefer, I guess, and what, I don't know, which brand you like better. But I think these are both very comparable to each other. They both just add an extra moisture layer to my skin. I have dry skin, if you can't tell. I love primers because I love the idea of something in between your bare skin and your foundation, and these a lot of times can have like skincare benefits and, like I said, moisturization. And again, if you have dry patches or dry areas, putting something like this on before putting on your foundation is just going to smooth over that area and not really have your foundation cling to the dry patch. Do you know what I mean? So I love both of these for that. I'll have them linked down below. I'll have everything I mentioned linked down below. Just a fair warning. But these both have coconut in them, so they're both very hydrating, smell like coconut. This one smells like Pop-Tart, so, you know. This is so expensive that I feel bad mentioning it, but it is truly one of my favorites of the year, and I'm saving it because it's almost gone. I'm saving it for like wedding activities, like my shower, or I don't know. I just want to have it, but I'm never going to repurchase it because it's so expensive. I got this from alllll. This is the Dior Dream Skin Advanced Capture Total. It says Global Age Defying Skincare Perfect Skin Creator. I looked up how to use it, and it says use as your last skincare step before makeup, so I assumed that as a primer. I will say it ran out of the pump. Oh no, I'm going to get some out. Crap, I wasted some. But it stopped coming out of the pump fairly quickly, but then I opened it up and there's still so much more in there. So I will say that's a downside, but there is more product in there, so I'm saving it. I love it. It's just so moisturizing, makes my skin look incredible. I honestly don't even know exactly how to pinpoint what this does besides makes my skin look perfected. I love the way my skin looks under my foundation when I'm wearing this. I believe this is like $110 or $120, which I'll be honest with you, I'm never going to be able to repurchase just because I cannot fathom spending that much on a primer. Like, I just can't. But if you can, or you want to, or you have a gift card, or I don't know, the opportunity arises, this is incredible and I totally love it. A bit of a cheaper option and my current favorite, this is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I love this so much. I tried their other one that has like the shimmer in it, but I definitely prefer this one. It still brings light and brightness to your face, hence the purple color, but it's also super moisturizing. It smells like Fruit Loops. And it's just incredible. I've been using this non-stop lately. It doesn't look like I've made a dent, but I definitely have. And then I'll go in with my third primer, which this is maybe my top favorite find from 2017. Like, this is life-changing for me. This is the Milk Makeup Blur Stick, which I've talked into the ground. I've talked about it a lot. It's incredible. I call it my miracle stick. It's just this little stick right here, and you kind of just press and swipe into where you have larger pores, wrinkles, anything you want to blur, and it really, truly, honestly works. Like, it's crazy. Like, I have my biggest pores, just like most women, around my nose. I do have some on my chin, and then I have some, like, on the sides of my forehead, and this just fills them right in, helps my foundation go on over them easier, and like, I can't live without this. It's incredible. If you haven't listened to me already and bought it, you need to right now. Link down below. Incredible. Now, I'm not going to mention brushes. I am going to mention one thing, but I'm going to be doing a brush favorites and how I use them video later on this month or like beginning of next month, so that's coming, and I didn't want to be redundant. I will have all of my favorite brushes in that video, so subscribe or stay tuned because it will be coming. But I did want to mention this find, which this is like dirty and needs to be washed. It looks like I've been like stamping this in mascara, but that's just foundation. This is the Morphe Flawless Beauty Sponge. It is this shape. I know they have a few different ones. I think that that's exactly what it's called, the Flawless Beauty Sponge. I love this, and this makes me not need to buy the Beauty Blender. I don't see a need. I think they are exact dupes. I love the shape of this. I love that it has kind of like a little indentation for your fingers, but it has the pointy end, it has the fat end, and it's $7, I think, compared to the $20 Beauty Blender. It's a steal, and it's amazing. It cleans great. It lasts just as long as the Beauty Blender, and I love it. Another great discovery and money-saving discovery for me for 2017, because Beauty Blenders are amazing, but they're so pricey and they only last so long before you're like, okay, I really should throw this out. So it's nice that they're way cheaper, so I don't feel so bad that they're disposable. I don't really have any like foundation favorites. I still love my Laura Mercier foundations, my Too Faced Born This Way. I'm trying out a new one that I frickin' am loving, but I'm not going to say it yet because I've only been using it for a month, so it doesn't belong in my 2017 beauty favorites. But I did discover this year the NYX BB Beauty Balm Cream. I am in the shade Nude 01, the lightest shade they have. I love this. I got this a while ago and I just started using it this past spring and summer. It's a great evening out your skin tone situation. It's moisturizing, but like you don't have to set it with a powder, which is something I love. This is all I think I took with me to Tokyo. I wore it every day. It was perfect for Tokyo Disney or just walking around Tokyo because I didn't want super heavy makeup, but I did want some coverage and to even out my skin tone and all that. And I loved this. This will be a definite pullback out for spring and summer this year. I mean, I would wear it in the winter as well, but I've been wearing a little bit more like heavier makeup if I'm wearing makeup, if that makes sense. But this is incredible and so affordable. I have a couple concealers. The first is this Benefit Boying Airbrush Concealer. I needed a new spot concealer this year because my NYX Incredible Waterproof Concealer was discontinued and I needed a new one. So there we go. This was a new product at the time I bought it. I hadn't heard anything about it. I was taking a chance and I liked the way it swatched in the store. So I got it. I am in the shade number 1 and I just really, really like it. It's perfect for spots. I don't use this under my eye. Although I think maybe you could because it's very moisturizing. It kind of feels like wet, if that makes sense, when you put it on your skin. So I just use it to cover up any spots, usually on my chin, but like today I had one on my forehead and it really did a good job of covering it up, I think. And I like that it's in a pot because you could either dip your finger in, dip a brush in, however you want to do it, and it's travel friendly as well, so love. And my other concealer favorite is a little bit different. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid in the green shade. This is amazing. I've had it for a while, but just recently started actually putting it to use. If I have any sort of redness, like a breakout or just kind of redness around my nose, I will put this on after my primers before my foundation and like kind of layer it underneath. And it is green, but you blend it out and it's kind of a less green, and then you put your foundation over it and then it just cancels it out. And then the redness is gone too. It's incredible. Let me swatch this for you. So there it is, just swatched, and then when you blend it out, as you can see, it still has a green tint to it, but it's not like, oh my god, she has green all over her face. And then when the foundation goes on top of it, just cancels out the red tones. It's incredible. And this is one of my favorite concealer formulas as is, so I knew I would like the color correcting fluids. So when I wanted to try one, I went with this because I kind of trusted this formula. And it didn't fail me. I freaking love it. And if you have redness or anything like that, they have a whole line of colors of these to like brighten your under eyes. They have like a peach, a light pink, I think a yellow. Not a yellow. Why would they have a yellow? I'm not sure. They have a lavender. I have that one, but I don't know how to use it. But yeah, I love this. It is a little bit pricey, but a little bit goes a long way, and this is gonna last me forever, so yay. Now I have some face powders, and now we have some drugstore stuff. The first one I totally loved. This is the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt. I've been using it every day, especially in the last few months with the traveling I did, because you got 2 things in one. So this, they have a few different like shades in this like palette, I guess you'd call it. I have the shade Fair. So there's a really great brightening under eye powder that is too bright to set my whole face, but I love it for brightening my under eye. And then I love this as a contour shade. And then it's not my favorite highlighter, but it is a nice highlighter that I wore every now and then. So I love that I can get use out of all 3 of the shades in the palette. But if you can find one of these that have colors that work for you, I would say totally go for it. Great for travel and just great in general. I also want to quickly mention the NYX HD Finishing Powder in the shade Banana. This I love because most banana shades are too yellow for my fair skin, but this one is just perfect. It's just the hint of yellow, brightens my under eyes. This one's not too bright that I could use it to like brighten my whole face. I really only put powder where I put concealer, so under my eye, chin, forehead, maybe some on my nose. I just love NYX powders. You guys know that. I talk about my NYX contour palette all the time, and I'm pretty sure this is the same formula that's in there, just in a single pan, so great for travel as well. And then I have this Bare Minerals concealer that I actually forgot about until I was bringing up products for this video, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to bust this back out. This is the Bare Minerals Eye Brightener in Well Rested. So it's basically like a powder concealer, and it's crazy. You do have to be careful with this because if you put too much on, it will look cakey, but you just need the littlest bit, and it like really brightens up your under eyes. Like you look wide awake and it's so cool. So it's like coverage and brightening. It's great. So I would highly recommend that as well. Got some bronzer favorites. The first one is the Chanel Soleil Tan Day Chanel Universal Cream Bronzer, which I bought this at the end of last year, so I've been using it all year, especially like in the spring and summer for like lightweight, no makeup looks. This is incredible. I will say it stinks. There's only one shade. I just talked about this in my products worth the splurge video, which I'll link up in there. That was part of Holiday Me. But I love this. I just use a big old fluffy brush, swirl it in there, and just swirl it around my face to get a good bronzing color going that's not too orange. It just makes you look alive. It's great. So there it is. See, it's not too orange, not too gray. It's just like, it's the best. And I'm telling you, in the spring and summer, like this is a must-have staple, and you don't have to set it. It sets down like a powder. It's incredible. Okay, if there was just a huge lighting change, it's because my camera died, so I had to charge the battery, and now I've lost some light. We still got my umbrella light, so I'm gonna finish this video, but that's why the lighting probably looks really different. I believe before my camera died, I was talking about bronzers, and I have one powder bronzer favorite this year for 2017, and this is the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Bali Sands. I love this. I love it for my skin tone. I'm wearing it today so that you can see what it looks like. I really liked this for like the fall and winter because I did get pretty tan there for a minute. I was looking at pictures the other day, specifically the picture of me and my in-laws in front of the Tokyo Disneyland Castle, and I was like, Amy, you are so tan in that. Because I went on a 4th of July vacation to my, not even vacation, I went to my parents' house. They live on a lake, so we're outside 24/7. And then I went to Tokyo, so I was just like tan is the tannest I've ever been. So it was kind of really, I don't like being tan, but like it's nice to have tan legs. So I was depressed when my tan went away, but then I found this bronzer and it's just the perfect for pale skin. Like I really, really like it. Of course this comes in other shades, but the Bali Sands one, Bali Sands, is my favorite. Well, it's the only one I've tried, but it's the one I like. There's a very, very small hint of like a sheen, not glitter, but just like a shimmery sheen. There's the bronzer. See, it's just so like light and great. So just a bit of sheen, but like it doesn't bother me. Like I usually like my bronzers to be matte, but this just, I don't know, it just kind of wakes up my skin, makes me look less dead, because I can look pretty pale, especially after like foundation and concealer and everything's just one tone. It's like, whoa. And I really like the way this like brings my skin back to life. For blush, I only have one favorite because honestly this is the only blush I don't think I've bought any other blush this year, which if you know me at all, you know that that's insane because I love blush. And you've heard me talk about this 1,000 times this year, but it's the Butter Blushes from Physicians Formula. It's the best. If you're expecting the Butter highlighter to be in this video, it's not because I didn't love it so much. It's just okay. But the blushes are incredible. So they have 4 shades. These 2 shades are only available at Walmart. This is Vintage Rouge and Rosy Pink. They're a bit more for if you have a tan, like these are my summer blushes. But the other 2 I can use all year round and they're my favorite. So this is Plum Rose and then there's Natural Glow as well. And I just love them. I'll have all 4 of them linked down below, but it's just, they're just amazing. They have the best staying power out of any blush I've ever used. It kind of like started that way that I noticed it lasted all day. I remember I was at my in-laws' house and I was like, I don't know, I was doing a lot of outdoor stuff and playing with the dogs and like, I just looked in the mirror and I was shocked my blush was still on. So I was like, oh my gosh. So then I started wearing it to Disneyland because I knew it would last all day. And it just kind of built from there, and now like I literally don't think I wore another blush at all this year. Which means I could probably declutter a lot of my blush drawer. And I really hope they keep coming out with more shades. They came out with just 2 to begin with, and then these 2 came out, I think, end of spring, beginning of summer, because I did take all 4 of these with me to Tokyo, which seems like a lot, and it is a lot, but I wore all 4 of them and I regret nothing. They're just the best, and they smell amazing. They smell like coconut, which if you tried the Butter Bronzer, they smell exactly like that. But they're just the best blush I've ever used for an incredible price and available at the drugstore, so definitely check these out if you haven't listened to me already about them. I have a couple of highlighters, which I think you're tired of hearing me talk about, but it's the end of year favorites, we gotta do it. First up, we have probably my top 5 2017. At the end of this video, I'm gonna pick my top 5 favorites out of this pile. Hope I remember to do that. But this is the Kylie Cosmetics Cotton Candy Cream Kylighter, which congrats on the term Kylighter, like that's the best thing you've ever made up. But I love this. It took me a while to get it because when I was trying to buy it, it was brand new and I didn't get it the first time and I was so pissed, but then it came back and I got it fine. I'm wearing it today, but I have the shade Cotton Candy Cream. I'm pretty sure I said that. This is like maybe my favorite highlighter ever. I also really like MAC Soft and Gentle, and there's an Hourglass one that I really like, but this is all I've used since I got it this summer. It is just such a cool color. And I will say, because I just went to swatch it for you guys, when I got this in the mail, I swatched it and I was like, this totally sucks. I'm so pissed that I spent the $9 shipping on this, which be alarmed, it's $9 shipping. But used with a brush, it packs much more of a punch, as you can see, and this is just, I love this color, and I've used it pretty much every day since I got it and I barely made a dent. It's a huge package. I believe this is $22 plus the $9 shipping. This is the only thing I've tried from Kylie Cosmetics, but I love it, so I don't know why I haven't tried more, but yeah, I love this. And then my other favorite is super annoyingly expensive, but I love it, so I'm going to tell you about it anyway. It's the Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer. I have the shade 003. I mentioned this in that Products Worth the Splurge video as well. And this is just my favorite highlighter for special occasions. It is kind of a darker gold compared to some other highlighters, but once you get it buffed onto your skin, it is amazing. It's my favorite on-camera highlighter as well, which I know not everybody's on camera, but I just love it, so I wanted to mention it, but we're gonna move on real quick. Now I have some eyeshadow palettes, which we'll start with this. I think I'm the only person in the world that liked this palette. I have seen so many people talk negatively about this palette, and I think I've even gotten some comments from you guys that you didn't like this palette. I love it. I don't know why nobody likes it. It's the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey palette, which I just think these shades are up my alley. Obviously besides this yellow one, but like for the spring and summer, I loved having these peachy coral tones on my eyes. My favorite shades are definitely Peanut Butter, Honey Brittle, and Bee's Knees. It has some gold shimmer in it, but I even loved this weird feeling nutty color. Like, I just freaking loved this. I used this so much during spring and summer. I just used this a ton and I loved it, and I know I'm the only one, but I wanted to mention it anyway because I really did use it a lot. It has a faint smell. I don't love peanut butter, so I was kind of like, oh, I don't really want that if it's gonna smell like peanut butter, but it really kind of doesn't. It's not as strong as the chocolate or the peach palettes at all, but I really liked this. And then, it should be no surprise, mine's a little dirty, please excuse me, but this is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. life-changing. Like, seriously life-changing. I got a palette for Christmas that I'm honestly considering returning because it's just not doing me justice. And this, like, since using this, I feel spoiled and like I'm not gonna like other things now. First and foremost, this palette has incredible quality shadows, and she said something about how like each different shade is poured differently and like a different formula to fit its shade and what she wanted it to be. So it's incredible quality, and look how many shades you get, and this palette is $38. You get maybe a fourth of this in a chocolate bar or a naked palette for 52 bucks. And this, it's just literally incredible, and I think the best eyeshadows I've ever used. That's what I have on my eyes today, which I know you can't really see it, but I just love so many of these shades. It's much more on the warm side, which I definitely appreciate, but the shimmers are gorgeous. You can use them alone, you can use them with Fix Plus, or spray something else on your brush, and the mattes are incredible, and it's just, it's everything. I just love it so, so much, and it's now available at Ulta, so I think you can use that $3.50 off of 15 coupon on Morphe. I feel like you can. I don't feel like Morphe's a prestige brand, but I love that Morphe's at Ulta because now you can get Morphe brushes and the Flawless Beauty Sponge and this and more of their palettes. And obviously I'm not a Morphe affiliate or anything like that, but this is damn good. I am a Jaclyn Hill affiliate, which no, I'm not, but I really love Jaclyn Hill, so I had to support, and it lived up to all expectations, and it's incredible. One more eyeshadow favorite is this NYX Lid Lingerie Matte in the shade Dynamic. I have a few of these that I love, but this one's just my favorite. It's just kind of like a blush mauve color for your eyes, and I really like this shade for your eyes, but this formula is incredible. It is just, this is a very odd place to swatch. Okay, yeah, no. It's just the perfect kind of all over lid color. You blend it out, you can add shadows on top of it, you can blend out the edges so things aren't so sharp, but then they stay in place all day and they don't crease. You don't have to put shadow on top of it, and I love it. They have them in shimmers as well, all different kinds of shades, like dark, light, nudes, greens, like they have a bunch of stuff, and I really, really like them, and they're $7, so you can't really go wrong. I would highly recommend trying one. Love this shade, love this formula, love it. One more eye favorite. This is kind of a cheat because I've talked about this before, but this was new to me this year. This is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara in the brown color, which is a really true, pretty brown. Even the CoverGirl Clump Crusher Mascara I use, actually I just got their brown shade and I'm loving it, but I usually get the black brown. But this is just a really pretty, like, chocolatey brown, and I love it, and I love this mascara. My two favorite mascaras in life are the CoverGirl Clump Crusher and the Roller Lash Mascara, and I have them both in black and brown. So, oh my gosh, we're almost done. I have two lip faves, which you've probably heard me talk about because I've just mentioned them, but this is the NYX #ThisIsEverything lip oil. I am addicted to this. In fact, I was just at a mall, and there's a NYX cosmetics store at that mall, and that's originally where I got this, and I can't find this anywhere else. I can't find it at Ulta, can't find it online. So I passed by and I was like, Amo, you should go in there and buy another one because you're gonna run out soon, then you're gonna be mad at yourself that you were here and you didn't get one. So I did, and she was like, you are lucky. These got in yesterday, and they were really picked over. There was like 3 left, and I should have bought all 3. But I was like, no, Amy, you don't need all 3, calm down. But she said these come in and they sell out within a day because people love them. It's really, really good. So if you do see it, buy it. It's $6 and like one of the best lip products I've ever used. It's so shiny yet moisturizing. It has, I'd say maybe a little bit of a pink tint, but not much. And it just feels so good. I think it's very comparable to the Clarins Instant Comfort Lip Oil, which I meant to include in this. I'll include that in the skincare one. Hope I don't forget. But then I also have a KKW Beauty favorite. This is their lip gloss in bronze. It comes in the set with the bronze shimmer situation, but I love it for this. And I kind of knew I was going to love it for this because I was really liking the way that the lip glosses looked. I'll put this on too. This is kind of how I like to put it on. I like to put on that NYX lip oil to moisturize, and then I put this on top of it. And it's just so shimmery and beautiful. And I want another one. I want another shade. Like, I like this so much I might wear this on my wedding day. That'll have to be a whole nother video of like makeup I'm stashing for my wedding day, which I'm not doing my own makeup. But anyway, I love this lip gloss. I hate lip glosses, and I love the way this feels. And it looks glittery on your lips, but it doesn't feel glittery when you rub your lips together. You know how that happens where it's like shimmery or glittery and you rub your lips together and you're like, oh my god, there's glitter in my mouth and it's cutting up my lips. That is not how this feels. It looks gorgeous and I am obsessed with it. Obsessed. Need more. Oh, I forgot my eyebrow favorite. This is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter Gel. They sent me like a huge box of brow stuff. This was in that package and I started using it and I am in love with it, and I haven't touched my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel since. The Anastasia Brow Gel for me sometimes could be a little too much if I use too much and then my brows like looked slicked and like glued to my face. This definitely gives the good amount of hold that the Anastasia one does, but it's just a little bit less, just a little more lightened up. And I love this spoolie because it gives you two options of like longer spoolies or shorter spoolies, which I'll try to show you in a close-up. And I can't even tell you which one I like more. I feel like I use the longer ones for the front end of my brow and the shorter ones for the tail. And I just love it. I love this so much. So I'll link this down below. Once I use this up, I'll probably finish up my other eyebrow gels I have, and then I'll probably just stick to this one. I think I like this more than the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Ooh, who'd have thought? And then one last favorite, a setting spray to set everything. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I've told this story, but I'll tell it again. My sister brought this, told me she was obsessed with it. I was doing my makeup at my in-laws' house for the engagement party, and I texted Katie. I was like, oh, I forgot a setting spray. Could you bring me your Morphe one so I can try it? And she's like, yes. So she brought it. I sprayed myself with it. I looked incredible all night. I don't know if that's true, but my makeup lasted all night. And I just really liked the kind of like glow it gave me. So I immediately went to the Morphe store in Burbank, California, bought it, and I'm gonna need to go back and buy 6 for backstock because it's incredible. It's the best setting spray I've ever tried. To be honest, I haven't tried a whole lot of setting sprays, but I have one from Urban Decay that I just don't love. I think I have the dewy one, and I'm just not a fan. It makes me look too dewy, which I didn't think would be a problem. Whatever, I got rid of it because it was old and I didn't like it, and I now just use this all the time. So, love this. I would highly recommend it. Again, I hope this is available at Ulta, because then I wouldn't have to go to the Morphe store. I'm having epiphanies on camera. I will link it down below no matter where it is. You have to try it. It's the best and one of my favorite finds from 2017. Oh, I have to tell you my top 5. Oh, it's gonna be difficult. Okay, I did it. Blur Stick, Flawless Beauty Sponge, Butter, Blush, Highlighter, and this Morphe spray. My top 5. Not to favor any, but these are my faves of the faves. But honestly, truly, all of these products are incredible. There's plenty of products that I liked this year, but I didn't think were worthy enough to be in the favorites of 2017. These are all worth your money. Tried and true. I love these, and I would recommend them to a friend, and I recommend them to you, because you are my friends. I was going to film my best of beauty video with the skincare and hair care and all that stuff, but I'm losing light, so that's gonna be waiting until tomorrow or another day. But it will be up soon, so if you aren't already, please subscribe. I'll have my little face up there, and I will have some videos and playlists down here you can click. So yeah, I will see you very, very soon in the next one. I have a lot of favorites videos coming up. I also have some hauls coming up. Also, let me know what you want to see coming up. Wedding stuff, what kind of wedding stuff would you want to see? Just let me know. But I love you guys. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.